Peace and soul, family. Peace, love, and soul, family. Get in here, get in here. Get in here. Come on in. The water is fine. Huh? Hmm? Let's talk real quick before I leave y'all. Don't mean doing that on camera, but have to do it. Let's talk before I leave y'all today. That feels so good. Yes. I like waking my body up. Oh, yeah. I like waking my body up. You ever wake your body up with like a, you gotta, some cold water, Just take some cold water and wake your body up. You feel me? Wake your body up with some cold water. Anyways, I'm here with you guys, and today is rather an early day. And you couldn't tell though, you can see the light coming through. It looked like it's about 7 a.m. 7:30 a.m. Really, it's like 5:30 right now. You would think. Looking at the light coming through the ceiling down on me, this is the sun actually, the sunlight. This is daylight right here, and it is actually like 5:30, 5:40 right now. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not even 6 o'clock yet, guys. I like to just wake my body up sometimes, get myself going. After you take a nice, warm shower, you want to throw some cold water on you. Sometimes they say at the last minute in your shower, turn the cold water on and take a cold shower for about 1 minute. I used to do that, but I cannot stand 1 minute of cold water like that. Like, I've done it. Actually, when I was in the Philippines, shower water is actually cold. You know, you have to take a cold shower. It's mountain water. It's actually, you know, water from it's natural water. So, you know, the only way to heat up natural water is through it's solar. They collect it, you know, and it heats up through the solar, you know, the sun. But it's not always hot. Feel me? All right. So, well, let me read your comment, huh? I can't read without these tiny little prints. Let me pick this phone up and read. I love homes like that with the natural lighting. Yeah, come. Has homes like that. Beautiful, yes. Cold water in Colombia. Had to do it. Right. Cool. Anyway, it's about 5 something in the morning. It's early. This is early for me to be up. But you can't help but be up when you're thinking it's like, to me, it feels like it's 7. It feels like it's 8 o'clock to me. With the sun being this bright, it feels like it's about 8 o'clock, but it's not. Hey, what's up, Trevor? All right, so you know I get into my daily morning my sunrise routine. That's gonna probably go off about 5 times. Okay. You know, after you take a shower, you gotta clean your ears out because you don't always get them. I don't care how many times I stick one of these things in my ears. Okay, how many times I do that? Something always come out. Something always come out on it, man. Like, damn, bro, you still coming out with color on you. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that, bro. I clean you almost every day. I'm gonna have to do the old school, what mama used to do back in the day. My mama used to take peroxide and a matchstick. My mama used to clean my ears like this. She would take peroxide, lay me on her lap, pour the peroxide down my ear, and take a matchstick. Not a Q-tip, not one of these, but a matchstick, and cleanse my ear out. I was like, what the hell's wrong with you? Back then I wasn't saying that, but now I look at it like, what the hell is wrong with my mama was sticking a matchstick in my ear, bro? Who does that? Not a Q-tip? That's old school stuff, though. Y'all don't know about that. Anyway, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Oh, it's not time for that part yet. How y'all doing? Huh? How y'all doing? Y'all good out there? I want to talk to you today about police, about colonialist games, and about politics. Me kicking some knowledge to this old guy. And yesterday, would you believe I got bothered by the police. I won't say I got harassed. Actually, let me change that around. I didn't get followed by the police. I followed the police. How did that happen? How did I manage to follow the police? You know, that rarely happens in America, right? That rarely happens in America. Well, yesterday, I was on my way to breakfast. And, you know, you got to use your GPS. And I'm using my GPS. And the police, they pull up alongside of me in this big old truck. They got big Toyota Tacomas, Toyota Tundras. They pull up in this big old Toyota Tundra, 4 deep, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. This is how they roll in police cars here, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And they pull up, and at the light, they talking Spanish, but I can hear what he's saying. Even in Spanish, I know what he's saying. It's like, you can't be on your phone and driving at the same time. I was like, but I'm looking for something. I'm using GPS. This guy's like, oh, GPS. I was like, yes, GPS. To one of the police officers. Police officer says, oh, follow me. Okay. That's my first time ever being behind the police. That never happens. Police are usually always behind me. And we're not driving the speed limit when it's happening. We're usually going when the police is behind me, we're usually going about 85, 90 through the neighborhood. That's usually how police are behind me. It's never really. It's fun for me. I don't know if it's fun for them. But you know, those days, those Jeff Gordon days of mine are over. The Jeff Gordon days of mine are over. The Dukes and Hazard days. I don't live like that no more. At least for now. You know, in right situations, you may find me doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm finding myself getting ready to go to the beach with the organization Aprende, who I have partnered with in Costa Rica. We're getting ready to go to the beach, and they are about 3 minutes around the corner, so I got till 3 minutes to go over there, up to the hour, but you know what I'm saying? So I get to go be with them today. And hate when that thing gets stuck in the back of your mouth, because you so I found myself going there today. And yesterday I had a very interesting day. I ended up going to the sanctuary. Why does thing smell like, man? It's not funky. It's not a funky smell. It's more like, what the heck did I eat yesterday for it to smell like coffee? It smelled like coffee, that floss coming out of my mouth. And I had coffee yesterday. But why would it smell like coffee? One thing I like about the water over here is I don't have to worry about fluoride in the water. I don't have to worry about fluoride being in the water because they blocked and they stopped. They don't basically chemicalize their stuff here. Nature is nature, and it stays natural over here. And one of the other things that I had a conversation with somebody about yesterday, this young man, like 23 years old, we exchanged numbers. I'm actually going to be going to cook for him and his mom tomorrow. And we was talking. He's he works for Apple. He works customer service, a call rep for Apple. And I said, oh, so you the guy I be on the phone with. I said, you the one that be messing up stuff. You know what I'm saying? can't understand my English. She was like, no, not me, buddy. I'm the one that do the texting. I do the chat. I'm like, oh, so you the one who I don't talk to. Anyhow, so this guy, cool dude, young guy, putting me on to a lot of things about Costa Rica. He's just telling me all about the beautifulness of it and the reason why I got my Shea Butter today. Alright guys, it's an alarm. It's going off. So I always gotta keep it Shea Butter. Even though I'm about to go get in the beach, right? I'm about to go to the beach. But you still Shea Butter, baby. Alright. So this guy, and trust me, Shea Butter do not spread easy unless you heat it up. You got to like, you don't get to cover your whole body in one like and be done. No, you gotta keep going in, keep going in, keep going. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But I like the Shea Butter stuff though. I like the smell. I just natural smell. You feel me? But anyway, we talking nature, and this guy's telling me all about the beauty of Costa Rica and why Costa Rica is a vibe, and telling me why he'll never leave Costa Rica. I said, would you ever leave Costa Rica? He said, no, I would never leave Costa Rica, man. I was like, oh, cool. It was like, I don't need to. And then I take an hour-and-a-half drive. Listen to this. I go on an hour-and-a-half drive. An hour-and-a-half drive to this waterfall. Beautiful waterfall. But an hour-and-a-half drive. I talked with him last night. Guess what? He's this only because he's Costa Rican. You gotta know somebody that knows things. He was like, oh man, that's too far. He was like, I know 20 minutes away. I said, me and you about to be best friends then. I said, can we swim in them? He said, yeah. So tomorrow, I'm going to the beach today. But tomorrow I'm going to the waterfalls again. And this time I'm going to be in it. And you can jump. You know me, I like to jump cliffs. If you ever see me when I travel abroad, I do this thing called cliff diving. It's not a black thing to do, but it's my little thrill that I love to do. And I don't jump high. I don't jump from 40. Nah, I don't think I would ever do a 40-foot cliff. I just don't think I'll ever do. Now, I've done a 20. North Carolina, that's a 25-foot cliff. I did that one. And, oh my goodness. You. And San Diego. Also, San Diego is beautiful, man. San Diego has about that thing was about 25 too. So, I would say San Diego was more a 25-foot drop. North Carolina was more of a 20-foot drop. And both of these cliffs they don't look high when you're looking up. But when you up and looking down, you be like, yo, bruh. And I seen these young guys in San Diego doing front. They young, like 20-something years old. You know, not even like 17 years old. Doing front flips on these cliffs. I was like, oh my God, they crazy. I just jumped straight in, like, screw all that, man. I don't trust my land. I don't trust the way my body, Anyhow, you notice I like wiping Shea Butter on me in the mornings, right? Sunrise, right? Well, it's not because, to me, my body, you know, eats up the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, my body loves the sun. You dig? And as you can see, my body loves the sun. And one thing about my body is that because it loves the sun and because Shea Butter is a natural thing, you understand what I'm saying? It's vitamin E, which is feeding your skin. Your body eats it. So when your body loves the sun and you got Shea Butter all over you, your body is eating it up. You know what I'm saying? And it heals scars. I do have You ever notice this scar right here on my stomach? That's happened when I was 3 years old. And my oldest sister was about 5 years old. And she tried to convince me when I was a kid. Remember those old school curling irons? You know what I'm saying? Remember y'all used to have the curling irons back in the day? Women? Those curling irons? My sister unplugged the curling iron and tried to convince me that simply just because she just unplugs it means it's not hot anymore. And come to find out, when you unplug a curling iron, after being used, when you unplug a curling iron from it being vitally hot, soon as you unplug it, it don't immediately stop being hot. That's what she had to find out. Because she would tell me, oh, she was a 5-year-old kid. She was like, oh, touch this. I was like, no, I'm not touching that. She was like, touch it. Touch it. I wouldn't touch it. She was like, it's not hot. I unplugged it. See? I said, no, I'm not touching that. Even my child instinct told me not to touch something like that. She was like, touch it, touch it, touch it. I was like, no, I'm not touching it. And she singed my skin, torched me when I was a kid. My mama had to run me in the hospital. I was like, you know, big old burn mark on my stomach. Can you believe a child getting marked like that for life? I've been marked for life. You know what I'm saying? I've been marked for life. Anyway, so this young guy tells me about these water holes that's about 20 minutes away. Tomorrow, we're going to the water holes. Yay! And I'm going to do some jumping. Yay! And I get to cook for him and his mother tomorrow. That's fun too. I found the family and I found the program here in Costa Rica. Now, one of the other things I want to talk about that happened last night was I saw this video come up on TikTok, and this crazy video of a police officer, white police officer, choking this black kid. And the white kid, his friend, pushed the police officer off the black guy. And the cop actually stopped choking the black kid. Now I'm talking with this young Costa Rican last night, and his older friend comes over. He's about 55-ish, you know what I'm saying? His older friend comes over. And he's telling me, I showed the video, he speaks English too. Actually, he used to live in America, so I say, see this? I showed him the video. I say, see this? He was like, yeah. I said, this happens a lot in America. And he was like, yeah, it does. And the older guy was like, no, man, that's all bullshit. I was like, what? He's like, that's all bullshit. That doesn't happen. It's like, that's just the media. He said, that's CNN. I said, this is TikTok. He said, no, that's CNN that puts that out there like that. I was like, bro, it happens. Okay? It's not that, it's not, I understand what you mean. I understand you say it's politics. I understand you saying, I understand when you say the media is the propaganda machine behind what's happening in society. I understand that. I said, but let me ask you something. He said, everybody's not like that, man. Everybody's good people, man. It's not a lot of people out there like that. I said, let me ask you something. I said, I get what you're saying. You're saying it's not the whole wide world. Like, the world isn't racist. I said, I understand that. That the whole wide world isn't racist. And I can agree with that. The whole wide world is not a racist. I said, but let's say this. I said, but let's say you have 1 million people, right, inside this one city. And inside that 1 million people, there's 1% of that million people that gets harassed the most by the police. I said, well, inside, I said that 1% that gets harassed out of that 1 million people, that 1% of people that's getting harassed by police all the time, I said, that's happening to them 100% though, because it's only happening to that 1%. So they get 100% of the harassment from the police because it's only happening to that 1% of people. I said, so even though they're the minority, even though they're the 1% of all of those 1 million people, they can't tell if the harassment is equally spread out because to them, it's only happening to them. So to them, it's happening to them 100% of the time. And in that 1%, it's happening to them all the time, 100% of the time. So they're the ones getting 100% of the short end of the stick. There is no, so you could say it's not happening to everybody in that 1 million people. Absolutely. But in that 1% of people that it's happening to, they're feeling it 100%. They're getting all of it. They're getting the most harassment. They're getting harassed the most. They're getting the most short end of the stick from that. You understand what I'm saying? So he had to, and he trying to tell me like, he wanted to go into the whole Trump the Trump talk because he's a Trump person, and I stayed away from that. I'm like, look, I'm not even finna get into that right there. You know what I'm saying? I said, we just gonna leave that topic alone, okay? But let's just do something else, right? I said, let's talk about, your ancestors and my ancestors. So I had to tell him, I said, let's talk about your ancestors and my ancestors. I said, do you know that? I said, he's 50-something years old, right? And he called himself an American patriot. I said, good. He said, I'm an American patriot because he used to live in America and now he lives here. But this is a Costa Rican man, not an American man. But he used to live in America. He used to live in Pensacola, Florida, he said. And I said, okay, cool, bro. Cool, I get that. You're an American or you love America. I'm not hating America. I don't hate America. But there's a lot of things wrong with America that naturally I don't agree with. Naturally. You understand what I'm saying? Because naturally I'm a sovereign being. And naturally you cannot force on me a vaccine that if I don't want to take it. Naturally you cannot force on me to call this woman my wife legally by law if I don't want to do that. If I want this woman to be my wife, naturally, all I got to do is say this is my wife. Because that's what a sovereign being is. A sovereign being has the independence to say what it is for himself. A sovereign being is a being who governs himself. He isn't governed by a government. A sovereign being governs himself. You understand what I'm saying? And me, I'm a natural person. I believe in everything natural. I believe in natural everything. That's why I do. My chapstick is natural. My stuff here is natural. My deodorant is natural because it doesn't have all of the chemicals and stuff in it. You understand what I'm saying? I pride myself on using my cologne is natural. Everything I do is I believe in natural. Okay, not all the time am I natural with everything because not all the time is it available, but I would say 85% of the time everything's natural to me. But to keep going on the conversation, I told this guy, I said, do you know your ancestors? He said, he kind of didn't know. So I said, your ancestors your lineage, your ancestors, because he was basically, before I go on, he was trying to tell me that there's no racism. I said, okay, cool. You saying that this doesn't happen to everybody, police harassment doesn't happen to everybody. I get that. Okay, cool, right? But I said, but the 1% of the people it's happening to, it happened to all the time. So they're feeling 100% of it. So it's happening to them the most, and they see it the most. And I said, okay, so if racism doesn't exist, this is what I said to him. I said, if racism doesn't exist, I said, ask Hawaii. Tell America to give Hawaii back their land. If racism doesn't exist, I said, tell Hawaii, tell America to give Hawaii back their land, because Hawaii is still fighting for their sovereignty. They're fighting to be separate of America. They don't want to be known as an American state, but they're fighting to be sovereign beings again and take back their sovereignty from America, claiming them as a state. No, they're an island, and they want to be known as an island, and they want to be known as indigenous people to that island. They don't want to be known as a state to America, because then they are a state to the government, and they don't want that. That's colonialism, okay? That's called colonialism. That's what it's called, okay? And so I told this guy, I said, do you know who your ancestors are? I said, your ancestors are the Aztec people, right? Let's keep it 100. I said, your ancestors are the Aztec people. I said, those are the natives and the Indians, and that's all related, you know. Y'all are this is your people. I said, if there's no racism, then why is Christopher Columbus on your money? If there's no racism, why is Christopher Columbus on your money? He couldn't explain. I said, bro, you need to understand that colonialism is racism. Colonialism is racism. Okay? Anytime a people come in to a land of an indigenous land at that, anytime a people come into a land and take over this land and remove the indigenous people as the sovereign beings to this land, you've been colonialized. You've been colonialized. It's the best way to say it. There's no other way of saying that. And so your people have been subjugated to the European, who's Christopher Columbus. Your land here. Conquered your land and shows you that he did it by putting himself on your money. If that's not colonialism, I don't know what else is. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So your money is representative of who actually is, conqueror of your land. Your money is representative of who owns your land. Your money is representative of, the people who, you know what I'm saying? That's why that whole putting Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill was never gonna happen. Y'all crazy. Y'all always crazy for thinking stupid stuff like that. That our day is coming in America. It's not. Sorry to tell you, because colonialism doesn't work like that. And I want to share another story with you. Last night, I got to keep track of the time. Hold on. Okay, I can't be too much more longer with y'all. I got about 10 more minutes with y'all. But last night, The the guy here, the owner, created this board game. It's crazy, right? He created a board game. This is a German. The guy here, he's German. Now, why do I mention race? Do it matter? Yeah, it matters for context. It matters for context. You got to know, like, the context of things, right? So this guy, he's German. He, the owner here, one of the owners, him and his wife owns this place, and he created this board game. He created a board game, and the board game is called Colonialism. I was like, whoa. And the board game teaches you how to conquer land. I was like, whoa. The board game teaches you how to conquer land. I was like, oh my. That's crazy. That's crazy and insane. How does that happen? Teaching you how to conquer land. You see, the mindset of people are different, man, from certain other people's mindset. They're always thinking of how to conquer some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a buck. They're always thinking of how to conquer some shit. You know, I'm thinking of how to be fucking, excuse my language, I'm thinking of how to be free around this mug, you dig? They're thinking of how to enslave. How can we conquer and enslave again? I was like, oh my God, man, don't tell me. You know, he was quite funny too. He's a character. He's a German. He's a whole character out this mug, for real, he is. But I was like, yo, bro, you're a trip. You know what I'm saying? You're a whole trip. But his game was about conquering some things. I was like, how you do that? How you create a board game? He created a whole board game, y'all. A whole board game. I was like, you are a whole mess. Automobile. His name is Auto, but I call him Automobile. Automobile. Yeah. What's good, fam? Everybody coming in, joining. Thank you for joining the live. You feel me? But yeah, man, he was teaching us about how to conquer, you know, through his board game. I was like, that's nuts. I never heard of no game like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, go check my stories out and go check out that Jaguar. I gotta tell you, when I was at the sanctuary yesterday, I didn't come to Costa Rica to be a tourist. I honestly didn't. Because I don't like going places being touristic. I didn't come to Costa Rica to be a tourist. I came here to connect to the land and connect to the people on the land. And by doing that, you know, I learned the Costa Rican way. You know, this is the only way to do it, is learn the Costa Rican way. But so what I was gonna say. So I go to the sanctuary yesterday, and I sit with and this jaguar, man, so powerful, majestic animal, powerful, big ass head, big head. Go in my stories and check it out, man. These animals is powerful beasts, you know. And we're almost right by the Amazon where they live. You know, they live here in Costa Rica too, but the Amazon is really where they roam. And shoot, man, you don't want to be found in the wild, in the Amazonian forest, the jungle. You don't want to be found in the jungle of the Amazons, and those eyes are looking at you. You don't want that happening, bro. That's not gonna be fun at all. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be fun. But just go look at my stories and see the beautiful jaguar in that in that and he was waiting on the they knew it was feeding time. The guy from the sanctuary was coming to feed them. So they was kind of like showing out, boy. They was fighting and wrestling with each other. I was like, damn, bro. And they roars is so vibrationally powerful. I felt it through the glass. I felt that, man, that shit was powerful. I felt it through the glass. It almost broke the glass. I was like, damn, bro. I felt it on the glass. I said, damn, y'all are some powerful, majestic beings. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be late showing up to go to the beach. You see all of this I just did? See all of that I just did? Just put the shea butter on myself, clean myself up. All of this stuff that I just did is going to get undone because I'm going to the beach. But it's a 3-hour drive, and I'm pretty much going to be good from there. So I got about 3 hours to keep this look. Anyway, I gotta start packing. Yo, the mangoes is so sweet. See, wearing my Jaguar pants. See my Jaguars? I brought these here with me. I had these pants for about a year. Shorts. And these are my Jaguar. So I figure, I'm in the jungle. Might as well be a jungle animal. I'm in the jungle. Might as well be a jaguar today. Okay. So I don't get the chance to eat my cereal. Maybe I get the chance to eat my mango. Huh? I bring my grapes, maybe, huh? You ever had a mango from Costa Rica? I'm talking about from Costa Rica, not a Costa Rican mango. You know the difference between the Costa Rican mango and the mango from Costa Rica? Is the mango you're eating is a Costa Rican mango, a mango from Costa Rica, and this is a Costa Rican mango. See, the further and further and further. Let me tell you something about fruit, about anything or agriculture. The further and further and further you take any type of, and this is real facts. This is science. Anytime you take a real thing such as this away from its indigenous roots, the more and more and more it loses the potent information in it that nurtures your body, that nourishes your body. It loses a lot of nutritional value the further you take it away from its roots. It loses a lot of nutritional value. That's why it's best to eat a fruit local. That's why it's best to eat. I always tell people, if you're going to eat organic, I say if you're going to go vegan or whatever, right, use organic products. You want to eat natural, use organic products. And if you're going to use organic products, use locally grown organic products. I always tell y'all, use locally grown organic products. Okay? Alright? Use locally grown organics if you're going to do the whole vegan thing. Alright, y'all. I can't be too much more longer. I gotta go. So, I gotta leave y'all. It was nice talking with you. Always nice talking with you at this time of hour when I get up. But, why am I not finding my clip? I'll see you guys tomorrow, Monday, when I get up and cook for my little family that I met. Okay? Okay? Okay. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love. Bye.